This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Holy, what just happened? Holy crap. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of the Reds POSTCAST here on Locked On Reds, part of the Locked On Reds and Locked On Media Network. My name is Tim Daniel. I've been covering the Reds in podcast form for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and The Riverfront. And I want to thank you all for spending some time with me tonight as we just watched a very good baseball game. And one of the greatest catches I've ever seen in my life ended the game tonight. Holy crap. So if you're checking us out for the first time, welcome. Glad to have you here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that notification button, so you can get all of our episodes here, not just myself, but Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. Today's episode is brought to you by our wonderful friends at FanDuel, where our new customers can make their first $5 bet wins to get $200 in bonus bets. I got to change the show around. I made the rundown before that. But we're still going to talk about that stuff. So on today's show, a miracle happened tonight, guys. A seventh inning rally. The Reds scored runs in the seventh inning to win a game. Hunter Greene battled. Wasn't his best self, but that was a fun game. Really, really great matchup. And the heart of the order comes through offensively tonight. All of that and a whole lot more because, I'm going to get to the seventh inning rally, but I feel like we got to start with what just happened.
This is what you'll be talking about.
I don't have words, and that's really bad for podcasting. But the defense tonight, unbelievable, right? TJ Friedl with the catch of the year, maybe the play of the year for the Reds, robbing the home run the ninth inning that stops the Brewers from tying it, and we're probably not having as much fun tonight. Matt McLain makes a couple really good plays defensively, one being the catch, and then there's one really underrated play that he made. I don't know if you guys caught this or not, when Christian Yelich hits the ball into the corner. So I was listening to the game on radio when this happened. So I don't know how much they talked about there, but on the TV broadcast. But he smacked his glove when Yelich had that hit to keep I think it was Bryce Terang, from taking third base and thinking that he hadn't made a catch and slowed him down. So that was pretty awesome. This was, 62 games. We have 100 of these to go. I don't know if I can go through 100 more of those, but man, the defense there, just unreal. I can't believe it either, Andy. I can't believe it. Greg was at the game tonight. Says, I got to witness history in person. They finally won a game that was tied in the seventh inning. Anything is possible now. Nathan says, Ellie owes TJ a steak dinner. Absolutely. And then this was like, just an unreal game. So I have no words for what we just saw. That catch was unbelievable. And the bullpen was incredible today. There's a lot to get to from this game, but I want to start with the seventh inning rally. That was my late topic of discussion before what just happened. But man, so the Brewers sent Freddie Peralta out there again for the seventh inning. And you can tell in the fifth, the Reds really got to him. And the sixth, they kind of let him off the hook. They hit Espinal hits to a double play. Shocking, I know. Espinal hits into a double play. And they go out there in the seventh. And Jake Fraley draws the walk. You're like, okay. All right. This is pretty awesome. Feel pretty decent there, right? Because Jake Fraley's getting on base. You take that. Let me pull it up real quick just so I can play-by-play because I have to really. And then Matt McLain comes up, who McLain had a really good game. I mean, I know he probably didn't have great at-bats the whole time, but that was pretty awesome. So he hits Matt McLain hits the double and gets the runners to second and third. They go ahead and they finally take Freddie Peralta out. TJ Friedl has the ground out there. You're like, oh man, I cannot let this get away. And of all people, Connor Joe has his moment. Gets the sacrifice fly to bring in Jake Fraley. Reds take the 3-2 lead. So we saw it. It happened finally. A game that they were not winning after the 6th inning. They won. Anything's possible now, like Kevin Garnett would say, right? Anything's possible. So the 7th inning rally really just kind of put the Reds in the driver's seat. And I really was still really anxious and on the edge of my seat because it's a Reds Brewers game and everything in the Reds Brewers seems to be really brutal. And that was unbelievable. And yeah, Will talks about there. It's come up a couple times. The Will Benson homer in the 8th where, 4 for his last 33. Tonight he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Really needs to. He's had a lot of loud outs. I have not given up my Will Benson stock. And then hits this. It's the opposite field solo shot that gets right over the wall in the terrace outfield to put him up 4-2. Just unreal. This was a great baseball game. Like non-Reds fan was standing. If this was just something you were flipping through the channels, you're on MLB TV and you stopped in this game, didn't have a horse in the race, probably just really enjoyed this game. Probably just thought, man, this is a really good baseball game. Maybe not a great team going against a really good team in Milwaukee, but a solid baseball game. And I'm so happy we won that one because there's been some good baseball games this year we've lost. So really awesome to see that. I totally agree. I mean, they needed that extra run in the 8th inning. That's in that Benson solo shot so bad. I'm just like aghast for words because that was one of those games that was like, I'm not at the point where I'm saying it's going to turn the season around. Obviously, there's a long way to go to get back in the good graces of the fandom and also getting a shot to potentially compete. Still 100 games to go, don't be wrong. But, man, unbelievable. Yeah, we have Brewers fans in here talking about that catch. Andrew Karen, I mean, the Brewers have kicked our butts for like a decade. And even they're like, dude, kudos. I mean, you did your thing there. Will, I'm not going to talk negatively tonight because we need a win. Okay. So we don't need to talk about the alley throw. Everyone saw it. It was bad. It's all we have to attest to. We can all move on and enjoy the evening because Lord, the Reds need a win like that tonight. So excellent 7th inning rally, unbelievable home run by Benson, the great catch. And there was a lot tonight about Hunter Greene that even if he wasn't his most dominant self, I really enjoyed. And it felt good because it felt like it was really one of his best outings since he came back from his injury. And I want to get to that and more here right after the break. Ever chink your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop managing your money and start building wealth. My wife loves Monarch Money for the sake that we can put both our accounts up there. She can see, Tim, I saw you bought another baseball cap from Fanatics. Did you need this one? And of course I say, yes, honey, I did. But she can see on Monarch Money that I've been saving up for it and I've been doing right and making sure we're okay. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for 50% off your first year. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from over 400 plus top brands. You heard me right, 400 plus. You'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Do you need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Want to thank all of our everydayers for stopping by here at the Reds Postcast, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. We'd love to have you here. We're here after every single Reds game, every day of the week that they play. Be sure to check out not only my show after every game, but Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. Guys, like I said, that last play changed everything on the rundown tonight. So here's the turning point of the game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It's CJ Friedl's catch because that's the greatest. Again, not the greatest catch I've ever seen. It's up there though. I was at clinch miss in 2010 when Stubbs robbed Carlos Lee. Actually, probably pretty similar catches now that I think about it. I have to go back and watch the clip. Oh, that's true about it. He's my dude, so we'll chat about it as well. Hunter Greene tonight. So, first two starts back didn't necessarily look like himself. Was good, but wasn't Hunter Greene, right? Wasn't quite just dominant and wasn't just mowing people down. And tonight didn't mow him down either. But what I saw from him tonight, I really loved. And what I mean by that is, like, look, was he his sharpest self? No. He wasn't. But was he still getting his strikeouts? Yeah. Did he give up a lot of hits tonight? Yeah. For his sake. Did he walk more guys he probably should have? Yeah. Did he give up a solo shot? Yeah. And you know what? He battled his butt off. He knew who was on the other there. Freddie Peralta was there. And he fought. He fought like hell with that dude. Whatever Freddie Peralta did, he tried to match him. When they fell down, when the Reds fell down 2-0, he went out there and said, you know what? So be it. I'm going to do what I can to make sure my team has a shot to win this game. And he did the darn thing. I mean, he pitched out of jams. He just was great. And okay, great is overselling it, but that is why, like, will this probably go down as a top 200 game in Hunter Greene's career when it's all said and done? No, probably not. Hunter Greene may not even remember this game at the end of his career. But what he gave the Reds tonight, putting them on his back and being like, look, dudes, I got you. Score some runs, and I will make sure we have a chance to win this game. He did just that. And that's what an ace does. That's what a guy who's a Cy Young candidate does. He wasn't his best self, and he still managed to go out there and put together a good enough game for the Reds to have a shot and win. And big picture, I talked about it. He hasn't been great since he came back from the IL, but he hasn't been terrible. 4.22 ERA isn't very Hunter Greene-esque, but that was still really, really. I mean, tonight was still really good. He's gotten 14 innings in his 14 innings, 6 earned runs, and thought tonight he battled, and I tip my hat to them, man. Like, just a game like that where you're not yourself, and who's pitching for the other team, and you got to go out there and try to not necessarily match the guy pitch for pitch. I love tonight's Hunter Greene performance. Like I said, not his greatest game of all time, but I really liked what I saw from him. Let's talk about the bullpen. I heard a lot of angry Scott Barlow comments a lot for a while there. He's been really good now for about a month, you can say. Another clean inning tonight. Graham Ashcraft, who had a Cubs series he wants to never remember ever again, probably. Solid ending in third tonight. Got a strikeout. Tony Santillan comes in, gets 2/3, and then Emilio Pagan, who battled a terrible strike three not called in his favor, giving up a walk, and almost giving up the game tying home run, got through it. Was good. So, wait, what? Laura says Francona said Hunter was feeling his hamstring will have MRI tomorrow. Larry says right here, 23 consecutive first pitch strikes. Max, they fought for it tonight like we saw in 23. Haven't seen much of this year. I still think the young guys will get it together. Man. Well, I hope we hear the best news about Hunter Greene there, because that would absolutely suck. But yeah, Will says here, did you think Pagan would be this good of a closer? No, I did not. I don't think anyone did. I love when the chat's like this. I love when the Reds win, because they're not just not only win, the show is much better. Jim says it here. It felt like a walk-off. So do you guys remember this? Okay, I'm going way over time here, and they're going to yell at me later, but we're having fun. 2013, the Reds play at Milwaukee, and Joey hits a ball to deep center that looks like it's out, top of the ninth, and Carlos Gomez robbed him. I think we finally got revenge. I think we finally got them back for that. That's a long time, I know. But that game, for some reason, is always stuck in my head because you remember the next year, Carlos Gomez robbed Joey of a homer again at GABP, and Joey just kind of goes like, what are you doing? Yeah. Pat says, I remember. I know you do, Patrick. I know you do. Will, I hope you're right. Says, let's talk about Matt McClain. That should be a confidence booster. Matt McClain had a really good game today, not just hitting, but defensively too. So, yeah, absolutely. While Matt McClain had a great game today, I couldn't give it to him as much as I would like to, and he'll have one soon, I'm sure. Be our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
It's hard when you go 1 for 4 to be a Locked On Player of the Game, but TJ Friedl's catch changes everything for this game, and that play alone makes him the Locked On Player of the Game. And he's a guy that you can always rely on. He's a guy who's going to continue to keep hitting for you. 809 OPS. I really did not think that was going to be in his bag this year, but it absolutely was. Heart of the order tonight, man. It was Stevenson before that play, Josh. It absolutely was Stevenson before that play. Yeah, because he was, I mean, that's what we'll get to here is heart of the order tonight was on base a lot. And I mean, it's your 3, 4, 5 guys. So Ellie gets on base 3 times, scores a run. Tyler Stevenson hits the big homer. That's really nice. So that's 3 times. That's 4 times now you're your middle of the lineup. And then Spencer Steer gets 2 hits. 6 guys. 6 base times that your heart of the order got on base tonight. That's how you win baseball games. The guys that you rely on the most in your lineup get on base. And they only got 2 runs out of those guys, but they were 2 big runs. You only won by 2 tonight. So that was fantastic. And from there, I mean, like, you know, the rest of the game, Benson struggled till he hit that homer. Will talks about it here. Espinal gets the hit that he really needed. Jake Friedl had 2 walks tonight. And Matt McClain had that huge double. So, you know, the heart of the order set the lineup for everyone behind him. And I know Gavin Lux wasn't great tonight. Did still draw a walk. Just still got on base. Shout out to heart of the order because we haven't had a whole lot. Like those 3 guys right there drove the offense tonight. And a night that they really needed their offense. They only win by 2 against a team that they've struggled to be for a long time. You absolutely take it. And tomorrow, you have a chance to do something you haven't done in a long time. Multiple things you haven't done in a long time. 1, win a series that you lost game 1. 2, take a game that you take a rubber match. You have only won 1 this year against Baltimore. 3, beat the darn Brewers at home. It feels like it's been forever. So you have a chance to do that tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be another really fun game. But tonight, the Cincinnati Reds are victors against the Milwaukee Brewers, 4-2 at Great American Ballpark. The Reds 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. The Milwaukee Brewers 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Graham Ashcraft. He's now 4-4. Freddie Peralta, your losing pitcher, he's now 5-4. And Emilio Pagan gets his 15th save of the season. And tomorrow, the Redlegs are back at it at GABP for the rubber match, the afternoon business day special. 12 series is what it was. Thank you, Josh. I knew it was something insanity like that. And Andrew Abbott is on the hill. Could you want anyone other than him besides maybe Hunter Greene on the hill for this game? Abbott's 5-0 with a 1.51 ERA. According to the At-Bat app, the Brewers have a TBD tomorrow. I have not seen if they've made an announcement. I don't know if they're doing a bullpen day, but we shall see. First pitch is at 12:40. Friendly reminder during the business day, especially against, unfortunately, I'm not able to get on here till about 4 o'clock, so I won't be on immediately after the last out, but I will be here shortly after. Everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. What a fun game and a great night at GABP. Have a fantastic evening. Go Redlegs, and I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon.